Tell me your name.
I'm Elgin. What kind of person am I?
Enthusiastic.
Professional.
Dynamic.
Energetic.
Persistent.
Mannerable.
Punctual.
Inspiration.
Cool.
Gregarious.
Willingness. I know you asked me only for 3, but I can go on and on and on and on.
I like to let the people speak. Really, I think, in anything you do, you're kind of sharing yourself, and so for me to be a trainer and for me to be a leader in the health and fitness industry, then I have to be passionate about my own health, and then I share that passion with others as I train them and coach them and help them to become their best.
You have trainers that can just train, but Elgin can do both, as well as the food side of things, which goes hand in hand with working out. So I had a chance for him to cook for me on a little boat party. It was off the chain, and he cooked the whole day, stood up the whole time, and the food was delicious. We murdered it all day, and I felt overstuffed, but the food was so good that you just kept eating it. So he's definitely a great cook as well.
A lot of people tell me I'm cool, so I feel like I'm a cool guy,
I don't know if I can use that phrasing, but
I've also been called arrogant, so I think it's the duality of nature that everyone has. He's again very passionate about it. One thing I would say is that he's very inventive. So we'll be in the gym talking about warming up on the jump rope or on the mitts or just doing some exercise. He'll tell me about some concept for a dish that he has or a concept for a menu that he has. And I've also gotten to see him kind of grow, matriculate, and work at different places around Metro Atlanta. So I've been able to taste the stuff that he's done from there. So yeah. Well, I started cooking probably around the house when I was 8, and I was a leader as a kid. So whatever I did, I always kind of had people following me. People want to do it. I'm definitely a man's man. I was a guy who's at my house in my neighborhood. All the guys were at my house all the time.
He's one of those go-to for everything around health and fitness.
He can teach you, he can mold you. I mean, I can't even begin to, I love to box, but I can't begin to tell you how much better I've gotten since we very first started. People are just coming up right and left. Oh my God, where do you work out? What do you do? I'm an ex-college athlete, and so the fact that he's kept up the intensity that I used to have in my practices, and just for the hour that I get with him is just incredible.
If I had to say what was so special about Elgin's training techniques, it is partly that he's so passionate and that he takes such a holistic approach to fitness. So it's more than just how to prepare for boxing and more than just how to be competitive or more than just how you should feed your body or exercise you should do. I think he kind of finds a way to synthesize all those things in a way that's useful for regular people.
Oh, I love to beat him up.
He's probably my best testament to perseverance at this point. If I were to go to the gym on my own, I just don't push myself that hard. So he pushes me to do more when I don't think I can, and that keeps me going back.
I think every trainer has to have that aspect to their personality, because you have to kind of motivate people, coach people. You have to uncover their problems, things that may keep them from delivering and being their best. And so I think you definitely have to have that therapeutic edge and that philosophical edge to your personality to be a good trainer.
His gifts are just, they're beyond gifts. That's what I think, because he doesn't like that. It's like, you did this, this is good, this is good. And he would always say, no, Andre, I don't know what you would think. I'm like, it's good.
Well, I don't know what he does, but I just know what the result is. And it's good.
One day I came home from work, and this is when we were still engaged or dating, and he goes, I got a homeboy that cooks, and look, he made food. So I like to cook myself, and I looked at it and was thinking to myself, it's not as good as mine, but I tasted it and it was. He cooked the whole meal and cleaned up.
If I stepped outside of myself and looked at myself, who would I see? That's a good question. It's a hard question too.
I could see him just owning a huge gym and just having a ton of clientele. If you work with him once, you don't want to stop.
I think he can go far because even the few months I've been here, you know, I've seen him growing.
He has a very strong mind, strong will, and I think that he's gonna get it, you know, whatever he wants to do.
I see him being successful with all those things. I think he already is, but I see him, you know, that success even growing.
You know, and treat your body like a high-performance vehicle, because you look at a really nice car like a Mercedes or a Porsche or something, and you look at the gas tank, or you look at the gas indicator, and it always says premium only. So I think, you know, we should, if we're gonna put that in our car, cars come and go. You can get as many cars you can count during your lifetime, but you only get one body. And so I think, you know, with the food that we eat, it should be premium only.